Vietnamese people have been farming in our homeland for thousands of years. And in the modern day, we call it cooperatives, but it has been our way of farming for a very long time, since the time we live as tribes together. At that time, thousands of years ago, we get together, we live together, we share a land, and we farm together in one same piece of land like that, and we support and we help each other. And slowly, we keep that tradition to this day. We develop it more. We integrate with the modern world. So we have new technology, we have new machines and equipments, modern equipment. But deep inside it, the cooperatives of Vietnam still keep and uphold the tradition that how Vietnamese people have been farming for a very long time. By now, you might be asking, so what does this authoritarian communist government of Vietnam do to these cooperatives? Well, the government of Vietnam does play a role. They give advice, information to those cooperatives. Every month, every year, the best agricultural engineers and economists of Vietnam will give free training and free advice to all cooperatives of Vietnam. Because first of all, those agricultural engineers, they would know this piece of land with this water, with this weather will be the best for this kind of plants, this kind of tree. And the economists would know that for now, in the whole world, they are needing this kind of agricultural product, or it is good for Vietnam to export this product all over the world. So they give that information and free training to the cooperatives in Vietnam, try to help farmers about what and when to grow. So before I get a comment asking me about, well, are Vietnamese farmers free to grow whatever they want, whenever they want? Yes, they do. They do have that right. And the government just gives them the advice, and they can take it or leave it. Another way that the local government support those cooperatives is they give free training to teach farmers how to use new machine, new equipment, and apply new information into growing their own products. Farmers in cooperatives in Vietnam are also trained for free in fixing their own equipment and machines. And also they are encouraged to keep the best seeds for the next crops. So the government give advice to the cooperatives. Otherwise, those farmers are totally free to decide whatever they want to grow whenever they want to grow it. And now I'm gonna give you my own perspective on how it feels like growing up in a village in Vietnam, being a farmer with a farming family. To be honest, it is very, very interesting kind of childhood that I'm going to share to you right now. So I was born in a small village in the middle of nowhere of Thanh Hóa City. It's right near a beautiful rocky mountain. It's like an avatar world. My family, just like every other family in the village, we own a small piece of rice paddy, like this, more like this 500 square meter. We have 4 people, so actually it was 2,000 square meter. It's just enough for us to feed on it. So this is how my village to this day work on their farmland together as cooperative. My mom and my aunts and also the neighbors around our area would get together like 8 to 10 people, it depends. That 8 people, 10 people will all together go work on this one piece of land of this person, work all together really fast, take only 1 or 2 days to finish one rice paddy. And then on the next day, they move to the other family's rice paddy. So all together like that, we'll finish everything in like 1 to 2 weeks. So that is why we don't have to pay anything. We just like help together, go and work on each other's rice paddy like that. And we just bring the rice home, dry it, and then just, keep it in storage or feed our animals. It's like that. So as you know, fertilizer is very, very important to farming. And when I was a kid, me and my mom would go around the village and ask our neighbors for free fertilizers like cow poops or duck poops. So whenever there's any family that say, yes, we have, exceeded cow poop that you can take away. That is my childhood. Yeah, so me and my mom got on our bicycle and prepare like huge bags, like as taller than me at that time. It was like 10 years old. We went to that family. We used our shovel and bucket, dig to the pile of cow poop and pig poop and duck poops like that, and just shove it into the big bags and drag it all the way to our rice paddy. Not finished yet. When we get to our own rice paddy, we open it up and we use our own hands. our own hands and like grab like, you know, a bunch of poop like this and just spray it evenly all over the rice paddy. So that is my childhood with all kinds of poop that we can ask for free. So around maybe 15 years ago, I think about 2009, 2010, that was the time when we had, you know, harvesting trucks. It was like a brand new technology. It was so amazing because before that, we just harvested with our own hands. I was so bad at cutting the rice and tying them into a beautiful bunch. So my mom just like dismissed me from that role. So she and her aunts and our neighbor just like the best ones just getting like use the sickle to cut a piece of the rice like that and tie it into like beautiful pretty bunch, like it's really big. I was like 18 at that time, really heavy work actually. Whenever the bunch finished, they just left it right there on the rice paddy. And I was the one who had to go after all of them and just carry a bunch of rice and carry it to the shore. So my dad is waiting over there, carrying all of those and bring those straws and the rice to go back home. But then 2010-ish, we had harvesting machine, brand new technology. So at that time, my mom's cooperative purchased 2 harvesting machines using the collective funds. And at that time, it was, I think it was 4 farmers that were chosen, you know, young and with good knowledge about technology and equipment. They were voted by the cooperative and they got trained for free by the local government about how to run those machines. And then those 4 people just, you know, take turn to run those 2 harvesting machines and go around to harvest for the whole cooperative like that. And I remember very well, you know why? Because that was moment when I did not have to carry those heavy bunches of rice anymore. I was so happy. And that would not be even possible if my family does the farming all by ourselves, all alone, because there's no way we can afford that machine, or we would immediately know how to run that machine and maintain it. And yeah, it is because of the cooperatives how we get together and do the same thing like that. And it makes the experience of farming become something very collective, and you will have a very strong connection to your neighbors. So because we have a very strong connection with each other like that, living in a cooperative, living in a village like that, farming together, I consider all of my, you know, my friends in the village like brothers and sisters. So it's very, very funny because many times when I talk to my partner EJ and I just, you know, mention this person as my brothers or sisters, he always gets so confused, like, how many brothers and sisters that I have? The truth is, they are not related to me at all. But just because we've been sharing our childhood in the same village and we work together in a cooperative like that, we are very close to each other and we truly, truly treat each other as a family member. That is why we call all of them, all of my friends, like brothers and sisters or cousins, something like that. Another machine that is very popular amongst, you know, cooperatives and farmers is the rice husk machine. So this is a rice husk machine, a pretty heavy and expensive piece of machine. That is why the whole village and the whole cooperative usually share 1 or 2 machines like this. Usually once every 2 weeks when we finish our rice at home, my mom and me would just fill up a smaller bag, not as big as the poop bag, okay? This is a smaller bag to fill up with the raw rice, get it on our bicycle, and walk all the way to the family that run that rice husk machine. And actually it's self-run kind of machine. There's nobody there to support you at all. Usually just the machine just there, plug in, and everybody just go there and turn it on and use it. And so me and my mom just went to that house, turn on the machine, pour the raw rice into the machine, and just wait for it to process like that into a, you know, 5 rice, and grab it home. And it was like that. It was like quite communal kind of using like that. Pretty fun. Besides agricultural cooperatives in Vietnam, we also have many other kinds of cooperatives such as aqua agriculture. For example, like families with the fishermen families will get together to buy a boat, and they could go and catch the fish together on the ocean or on the river like that. Or another kind is small-scale industry cooperative. Like in one village, they make bamboo baskets. So all the families in that village that know how to make baskets will get together, form a cooperative, and sell their products to the other people. Another kind is transportation cooperatives, means that families with transportation like trucks or bus or vans, something like that, get together, also form cooperatives and carry products to a different village, different area together. Right now, there are a lot of exciting things happening with cooperatives in Vietnam. The government is revising laws to make it easier to form cooperatives in Vietnam, to make it more fair and streamline the process. They are encouraging Vietnamese people to form new cooperatives. And there's another exciting program that's happening right now in Vietnam, which is the One Province, One Product program. This means that the government will help cooperatives in one province to use all of their resources to develop one product that is the most suitable to that province, to make that product the best quality possible so they can sell it for a higher price to make a better income for all the farmers in that province.